to the brand new Hawk Talk. Along with our partners at Red Hawk News, we are here to take you deeper into the world of ACIT with special features, interviews, and a few other surprises. To kick off our first episode, writer and producer Ava Lewis sat with Miss Amelia Ray Dennis, one of ACIT's counselors, to learn about her role as a Red Hawk.
So I have students in the automotive, aviation, performing arts, and computer science academies, grades 10th through 12th. This is my 6th year at ACIT. My first school year was 2018-19. So I had one normal year before COVID shut everything down. And I'm very grateful for that. But yes, I've been here 6 years at the end of this year. So this was my first official job. So when you're in grad school to become a school counselor, you have to do internships and practicums. So my first internship experience was at Atlantic City High School. And then I did my second internship at Ocean City High School. And I did a brief leave replacement for one of the Ocean City High School counselors that was out on medical leave. But other than that, this is my first official full-time school counselor gig. I am the advisor for ACIT's Pride Club. I've been doing that for the past 3 years. I'm also the director of ACIT's Got Talent. I think I've been doing that for the past 3 years as well. And I am this year and 2 years ago, the director of choreography for ACIT's musical. The most prominent, I don't know, that's a tough question. I feel like, Pride Club, we meet all throughout the year. It's kind of a tight-knit group of students. That, there's members all throughout different academies, all throughout different grades throughout the years. But I would say probably the biggest thing that I do is when I choreograph the musical, because that's a whole big production that performing arts students get involved with, but also media students come and film, and we have cosmetology students that help out, fashion students that help out. So I would say that's probably the biggest one. I think that being a member of the LGBTQ+ community myself, I have my own experiences to draw from, but obviously you guys are at a different point in your life. You're growing up with completely different experiences, so I'm always learning from you guys and seeing, what the most up-to-date information is. I feel like we're really progressing as a society when it comes to different identities and different labels and, people being accepting. Obviously, there's still a long way to go, especially in some places, but I have definitely learned what it's like from your guys' perspective and what it's like to be a student here at ACIT that identifies in that LGBTQ+ community, and also the Trevor Project, which is a wonderful resource that I came across when I was first becoming a school counselor. They are always posting great articles, great resources, plus they have the social media aspect where you can connect with other students or other young people that are LGBTQ and kind of help not feel so alone, even if you feel like you don't know anybody in real life. That's a great and a safe place to connect with other people that are probably going through similar stuff to what you're going through.
That was just a sample of the discussion Ava had with Miss Dennis. For the full interview, visit ACIT and Red Hawk Media on YouTube. There are many surprises to come on the new Hawk Talk, including movie and music reviews, previews of ACIT's programs, and a few cooking segments. Our first trip into the home kitchens of ACIT takes us to Mathew Juan's home, where he preps a little breakfast.
Welcome to Cooking It Up. I'm your host, Mathew Juan, and today we are making the egg 3 different fantastic ways. Sunny side up, the classic scrambled egg, and a boiled egg. Before we get started on any dish you're about to cook, you must prep. Grab your eggs from your refrigerator or wherever else you store them, and if you don't have any, you can find them at your local grocery store. We'll start by firing up our water for the boiled eggs, as this will take the longest to heat up. It should be ready by the time our first 2 eggs are done. Let's move on to cooking the classic sunny side up egg. Grab your pan. Put your pan on top of your cooking stove and fire it up to medium-high heat. Pour some cooking oil into your pan and acquire your egg. You'll need to carefully crack a little bit of the egg on a separate surface so no shells will get into your egg, letting the inside hit the pan without having the yolk break apart. Sprinkle some salt on the egg evenly while you let it cook for about 1.5 minutes. Once that time is up, grab your spatula and another plate. Carefully scrape the egg off the pan and transfer it to your plate. At this point, your pot of water should be boiling. Grab your second egg and prepare for its final moment before being dropped into hot boiling water. I cannot stress this enough. You must carefully drop the egg into the water without cracking it and without burning yourself. Apply the pot cover once more and let the egg boil for around 6.5 minutes. During this time, you can begin cooking your final egg, the scrambled egg. Acquire a bowl and a fork. Once more, crack the egg into the bowl. Salt, pepper. Add salt and pepper to the egg mixture. Fork. Use the fork in a whisking motion in order to break the yolk and mix the egg. Again, pour oil into the pan. Let the oil spread evenly around the pan. And finally, pour your egg mixture into the pan. Grab your spatula and mix the egg while it cooks. Get a bowl with some ice water and now that both your eggs are cooked, your final egg should be done boiling. Scoop the boiled egg out of the pot. Shock it with an ice bath and then take it out. Peel the egg carefully, ensuring to remove all pieces of shell. Then cut it open with a knife and pour salt on top. My salt dispenser, known as Juan, malfunctioned and put a little bit too much though. Now we're done. If you didn't know how to cook an egg before, now you've learned how to in 3 different ways. Of course, there's also well-known sides to add like bacon, sausage, or if you want a healthier alternative, avocado. Thank you for tuning in for Cooking It Up with Matt. I'll see you in the next episode.
We'll be right back after this quick break.
Do you have a formal event coming up soon that requires you to be dressed professionally? Many students don't own these essential clothing items and are unsure of what to wear to their big event, but ACIT's Career Closet is here to help. The Career Closet is a location for students to get clothes, shoes, and accessories to help them feel confident and ready. This event could be an interview, a school event, or even a funeral or wedding. All the closet's clothing has been gently worn before being donated by the ACIT community so they are in excellent condition and are entirely free to students. The career closet has a large selection of blazers, dress pants, dress shirts, and shoes, which are organized and clean. Work-based student coordinator Gina DeMeo says, with advance notice, it can be open for availability. Send her an email at gdemeo@acitech.org to ensure you can get your free formal wear before your event.
Welcome back. Students in the aviation and engineering programs participated and excelled at the KidWind competition. Emma Lutz, the latest reporter to join Red Hawk Media, met with two of the winners to talk about their experience.
So, how does it feel to be the winners of KidWind New Jersey?
It does feel really great to be state champions, and it was very unexpected for us to win it because we weren't really doing the best out of our class. Our results weren't really that impressive, and we just came into the competition thinking that we're just gonna do decent and that's it.
But you guys ended up winning the entire state, which is really cool. How did you guys develop your blade design? How did you come about making the winning design?
Well, we didn't really copy others, but we did have one design similar because it was a good working one, so we just modified it. But I ended up actually just researching the type of blades that airplanes, planes, and helicopters have used to get some ideas off that. And we decided that we were going to twist on the blade no matter what for all three.
So, Jimmy, I heard that you guys have a very controversial method of making a final decision.
So then it was up to me to decide which design we choose. So then I just entered them into a wheel generator. I flipped it 3 times, and the one who got picked the most, I drove. And then it landed on Tyler's idea, and then we just stick with that throughout the whole competition.
Cool. So, did you guys have any struggles or challenges when you were developing your blade design?
Well, there was a few because we had to balance the engineering notebook and creating the blades in once. There was also, because the twist I was making, it was very hard with the balsa wood because it would easily snap. I made 5, but I also broke 5.
That's a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, because if you go against the grain, it snaps very easily. There's almost nothing you can do about it.
What was being at the competition like? What was competing like? Was there some real tough competition that you thought was gonna win?
I mean, I thought it was kind of being nervous, and I was excited at the same time, but he had a different opinion on how it was. It was also pretty fun because there's all these different activities you could do while you're there.
I was also at the competition, and one of the sort of side challenges that they had set up was to make a wind-powered car. How did you guys score in that, Jimmy?
Yeah, so we finished 8th overall, which is pretty good because there was a lot of contestants who participated in it. And so it was also very hard to make it. They only gave us 30 minutes to make the whole thing. And then at first we got 3rd place, which but then after that we had some struggles with our car, so we made a few changes, but the changes weren't enough for us to make it to 1st.
Is there anything else that you guys want to share with us about competing or winning or developing your blade?
We didn't think we were gonna win.
At all?
Definitely did not think we were gonna win. We didn't get we didn't get top 5 classes. We were down. I think there's 10 groups in our classroom. We were the 6th or 8th one. It wasn't an overall good score. Then we also got 9 joules once we tested first, so we had to switch to ankle pitch. But it was a pretty nice competition though. I'd do it again.
Cool. All right, well, thank you guys for letting us interview.
Jimmy and Tyler will compete in the world competition in Minneapolis, Minnesota next month. Best of luck from everyone at Red Hawk Media. Red Hawk Media is always searching for the next story and the next exciting event at ACIT. If you have ideas for stories or upcoming events that you would like covered on one of our programs, please visit the Pursuit online and complete the media request form. Thank you for joining us on the first episode of the new Hawk Talk. For the staff and crew of Red Hawk Media, I'm Victoria Dercasio. We'll see you next time.